Everything was, well, pretty complicated. I don't even know how to really begin. Let's just say that things got really, really interesting in my undercover expose.
Listen, Cardamom, darling, I really don't think you understand. It was so stressful, in fact, when I was in Kezendor, that now that I've found my way here, I find myself relaying my entire life story to a cat. Allow me to backtrack just a little bit. I realize we have not spoken much of Kezendor, so allow me to... The merely to get this beautiful stone looked at and assessed, and we did. We accomplished that much, but Cardamom, darling, we left his shop, and suddenly my dear Briar just ceased to speak, ceased to move. The entire town was just frozen. And what was I to do, really? Really, what was I to do? I placed the stone into my bag, and then, Cardamom, do you know what happened next? Do you?
No.
Oh. Let me tell you. Horrendous! I was standing there, minding my creature coming at me. He stole my bag. This bag, I tell you, was top of the line. I could not imagine having lost it, but he took it. And I tried to get it back. I did everything I could think of. I had him pinned to the ground. I had headbutted him. I had used my morning I really I did everything I could think of, and then he vanished. He was just gone. And before I could even think, before I could scarcely even breathe, I was gone. And I reappeared in this tower, and wouldn't you know it, there was this man saying that he wanted to get his father. Oh, Cardamom, darling, I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Yes, I know, and you are so sweet to keep me company like this. Luckily, I did send off a message to Briar, and hopefully he's on his way here, but I mean, for the time being, I am trapped here with naught but a cat for company. Getting a little bit peckish. Frankly, a little bit bored.
You can see Cardamom slides a half-eaten bird across the floor.
Darling, that's very sweet of you, but unless you have a fire over which to roast said bird, I don't believe that I will partake.
Meow.
Very sweet of you. And Gamani just reaches out and scratches Cardamom behind the ear.
See, Cardamom kind of scratches right behind where you're scratching and shakes her shoulders free. And as she does, she kind of stands up, and she sees her kind of lean backward and lean forward, doing that cat-like stretch. You can see that she's got like this orange tabby coat, but weirdly enough, there's like this weird kind of spotting on the side that almost looks like polka dots. On the sides, and they're on both sides, like almost as if she was painted that way. And then she's got these ring-like markings around her eyes that kind of highlight her eyes, which are like this bright green color. And she kind of walks around you. You see that she's kind of scanning the surroundings, seeing the same things that you've seen since you got here. You know, empty tower, no people, and no obvious doors or windows. And with that, we'll cut over to Briar. Briar, it's been some time since you and Gamani were separated. About 4 months. 4 months of you trying your damnedest to get back to Gamani. And then about a week ago, you got a message from Gamani that they were being held at the Blue Tower. Gamani, how would this message read?
My darling Briar, I miss you. And quite frankly, I'm a little bit frustrated with you. How is it that in all this time, you have yet to reach me? For the love of all that is holy, for all the gods, all the demons, and all the serpents, get your butt over here and rescue me. Yours sincerely, Gamani.
And as you close up that letter, reading it again for the second time, you get off of the buggy that you hitched a ride with and stare up at the Blue Tower, standing tall, about 300 feet in the air, right in front of you. And
God's damned Blue Tower. The other side of the Cerulean Sea. How in the librarian's name? Well, they didn't let me in last time, but they're not keeping me out this time.
As you see the tower, there are no stairs going up, but halfway up you do see a doorway, but it looks to be closed. You can see that there is a wooden door, but no doorknob on it. But it's also about 150 feet up.
Alright, well, unfortunately for myself, my flight, if I'm not in continuous flight, I can only stay about 10 feet off the ground. So, we're going to go to the spell list here, and, 150 feet up. Well, I suppose what we'll do, since I don't quite have that fly learned yet, is that we will activate a blade song, increasing my flying speed to 40 feet.
Okay.
We will cast haste on ourselves. Wait, nope, don't have haste yet either. We will fly 80 feet up with a dash. We will bonus action Misty Step. And then as we're floating down, we'll dash up again. Like we float down about so that should get me up 120 feet. And then you fall 60 feet in a round. So I'll fall down to 60 feet and then dash another 80. And then do another Misty Step to get to the the door.
Okay. So yeah, as you try your best to chain all these things to get up to the door, you manage to get there, and as soon as you grab the lip of the door, you feel your entire center of gravity shift as you are now just laying flat-bellied on the tower.
Wait, no, I do have haste. I just didn't have it prepared. So we would have made that much easier, as I would just cast haste on myself and double my movement speed.
Once again, you feel the center of gravity shift, and your belly kind of hits the side of the tower.
Oh! For the love of the doll, can I try to open this door?
Yeah. There's no doorknob though, so what are you doing? You just kind of pushing it?
I guess I'm trying to push it.
Oh, hey, yeah, no, we don't respond to violence here. As you see, the door kind of sprouts big, huge eyes and a cartoonishly large mouth.
Oh dear. Listen, I wasn't trying to be violent with you. I was trying to merely.
Yeah, I don't walk up and just start shoving people willy nilly.
You do understand. Did I eat some bad mushrooms? Would you mind doing me the marvelous favor of opening for me?
I mean, is that how you... Does that line always work for you?
Line? What do you mean by a line?
Listen, pal, buddy, friend, you and I both know what I'm guarding here. And you and I both know that you gotta have the right words if you want to get by.
I regret to inform you, mate, that I dearly do not know what you think you are guarding, but what you are between, the person between whom you are between me and them is the most dear to me, and if you would like to continue to hang on those hinges, you would not delay me from reuniting her for any moment further. Do I make myself clear?
Aren't you going to roll an intimidation check on the door?
Okay. That's a 6.
You know, people have done this in a joking manner in games before, but I like to point out that this is legitimately Briar trying to intimidate this door.
Yes.
This door kind of looks at you, says, I'm sorry, you know that probably would have hit a lot harder were it not coming from somebody who, you know, honestly is probably only about 1 inch too big to fit underneath the crack.
Are you insulting my size now? 1 inch too big to fit underneath the crack in the door. Briar checks the crack of the door. Do I look like I would fit?
It'd be close.
Listen, I apologize for my gruffness. About 4 months ago, I was grievously separated from the love of my life. And they were taken here against their will and mine. I received an urgent letter asking me to come rescue them, as I have searched everywhere, and apparently the one place I didn't think to look was halfway across the world is where she's at. So if you would do me, as the kids say, a solid and just open up for me, I would be internally grateful.
Not externally grateful, huh?
Eternally, not internally.
Oh, come on. Sorry, it's not too often I don't get to use jokes that aren't knock-knock jokes.
I see. So, what is your name?
Oh, me? Name's Hickory. Yours?
Hickory. I don't suppose you have a cousin named Dickory and a brother named Doc.
How did you know?
I'm Briar Blackspark, former research librarian of the Cabrium Athenaeum, now chief researcher of the Library of Skyward.
Fancy. Lots of titles.
I'm sure you've heard of the Library of Skyward.
I have, and I've also been told not to let anyone who is a member of that library into the tower.
I already... Of course you have. Of course they did. Because why wouldn't Nelson Kent just shove his foot so far up his... Okay.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll give you an option, A or B. Either one will give you a chance to let me open up for you.
Do I know what A and B are, or am I being... Is this a guessing game?
So A, if you choose A, I'll give you a riddle. And if you get it right, I'll open up for you. And on the B side, I'll ask you a question. And if you give me the truth, I'll open up for you.
A riddle or truth? Well. Suppose I've already confessed one truth. Yeah, I could have put my hand on the pommel of Crestfall. What could another hurt? I'll take option B then.
All right. Here's my question then. What would you do with all of the knowledge that is beholden within this tower? All the blue wizard spells, if they were all at your command, all within your capability, all of it your power, what would be the first thing you did?
The first thing I did? Well, if you had asked me nearly 2 years, not even a year ago, I guess it's been yet. If you'd asked me back before everything began to happen, the answer might have been a little bit different. But I suppose we'd see what of it was too dangerous to be kept abroad, and what of it was too dangerous to be kept secret. Knowledge is both dangerous when known, but it can be equally dangerous when it is hidden from those who should have it. And keeping secrets from common people, secrets that could save lives, or secrets that give certain individuals too much power, is what creates people like Marcus Demon. Or people like the King of Steam.
True words. True words. All right. And the door swings open. Now, never let anyone say that I didn't do you a favor.
I will do my best to hold others' tongues. That was a joke.
I'm glad that we didn't do a joke part of this segment, honestly.
Alright, farewell then. Briar won't...
I mean, you're honestly probably gonna have to walk past me again in order to get out, when you finally are done finding whatever it is you're looking for.
As Briar just sort of, like, no, yes. Gamani! Darling!
So, Gamani, you'd be able to hear him from there.
Yeah. Briar! Is that you?
Oh, by the gods, finally! And I will try to find her.
Finally? Finally? You're the one saying finally? I think not.
I am of deepest apologies, my dear. I had to travel across... Well, we were in Kezendor, and the Blue Tower is on the other side of the Cerulean Sea, behind it, active enemy lines. One does not simply cross the Cerulean Sea in these days. So I
Finally, he says.
I began by looking for you nearby, not sure what happened after I woke up from whatever stupor I was in, on the ground outside the curio shop. And I did not know where to look for you. I searched high, I searched low, I returned home, I put out feelers, I even listened to the damn Arcana cast. trying to find any hints until I finally received your letter. And then after that, it was about another month and a half of plotting how to get behind enemy lines without getting caught and dying. Being a fairy in Bosrai isn't easy.
Well, I suppose that all makes perfect sense. However, it has been a very long time since I've had a shower.
Meow.
Cardamom and I wish to leave.
I wish nothing more.
Meow.
This is Cardamom, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Cardamom.
He has been my steadfast companion.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if Cardamom happens to be a wizard's familiar?
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Can't roll high. I rolled a 10, but I rolled a total of 10.
No, it is not. As far as you know, at least.
All right. Nice to meet you, Cardamom. Hopefully you've been taking care of my darling Gamani.
Meow.
Really, truly am sorry. Nothing hurt more than being separated from you. Not knowing what had happened. And it's just been a stressful few months.
It has been... Well, I'll be honest with you, it has been rather stressful and rather boring, if I might be so blunt. Here in this tower by myself.
I had heard rumors that the Blue Wizards had abandoned the tower, but how did you get here and what happened? We had just discovered, the literal power of a star condensed in a gemstone. You understand how both wonderful and dangerous that thing is, and I was talking about just that, and next thing I know, everything stopped, or didn't, or next thing I know, I was on the ground.
Yes, how do I explain this? You see, we left the shop, and then everything froze.
Not like ice.
Yes, not ice, darling. Thank you. But frozen in time.
So it was the Blue Wizard bastards.
I would assume so. And then I was attacked.
Attacked? By whom?
By a DM. Do I know the name of my attacker? I can't remember if it was stated.
No, you do not.
I have absolutely no idea who I was attacked by. Creature. That is a creature who clearly wanted what we had.
Do you still have it?
No.
Oh dear. We need to report this to the Avondran Authority. The queens and king must know. Antigone will want to know as well.
Meow.
This kind of thing could create the Doomsday Project that they feared of.
Yes, I know.
Alright, well, a lot of sneaking
really.
and a lot of traveling to do to get out from behind here, and the way isn't easy, but we should get going before we start losing daylight.
Meow.
Yes, Cardamom, just 1 second, darling.
Cardamom, do you know a way out of here that does not involve talking to an obnoxious know-it-all door?
Meow.
That's
I do believe that means no.
I believe so, yes. So, he's rather pedantic and fancies himself quite the funny man. Do not
I do love a funny man.
Yes. Except for it is a door.
Oh.
An actual door that is a smart ass and won't let you in. Or out, maybe. Anyway.
Doors I love less.
Yes. But the good news is now that I have you, we can perhaps if they give us too much trouble, we can forego words.
Did you perhaps see anyone on your way in? Or do you
No.
believe that our escape will be simple?
Well, from the tower, relatively. Not a single soul. From this part of the world, behind the very network and fabric of all that is Boss Rye and its evil empire, treacherous and dangerous, for sure.
Well, shit. Lovely, let's go and be on our way. Cardamom, darling, would you like to come with us?
Meow.
Shall I take that as a yes?
Meow.
We'll warn you that our way out is kind of wet.
Meow.
Alright, let's be off.
Gamani is going to pick up Cardamom and scratch her behind the ears as we walk towards the door.
All right, and as you two walk towards the door, you start working your way over there, and you see Hickory there. He kind of spots you. You see his face pop out. Oh, leaving already?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. How about this one? Since you sucked at it so bad the first time, hit me with the joke, and then I'll open. You gotta make me laugh.
I
And no knock-knock jokes.
Fine, no knock-knock jokes. What did the door say to the serial killer door?
I don't know. What did they say?
You've become completely unhinged.
Ah, that was a good one. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, here you go. And Hickory swings right open.
All right. All right, darling. The gravity is a bit wonky here. So we're gonna try to slide down the building.
Sorry, slide down the building?
Slide down the building.
You see, Cardamom jumps out of your arms, Gamani, and just walks off the edge, and you see her entire self shift, like she's walking along the side, like it's a flat surface.
Or walk down the side of the building, I suppose.
Right.
All right. Here we go. And Briar will fly out the front of the door.
I suppose Gamani is going to walk out after you.
I gotta take a phone call real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you... I don't know. What are we bringing today? What's our ad pitch? Dual Decks, the newest sensation. Pick up yours from Comicorp today.
Epic voice work. Very nice.
I try. 4 months! Oh my goodness gracious.
4 months.
And I had to sneak behind Boss Rye front lines to get here.
And Gamani is still offended that it took you that long.
It's so crazy.
It just felt appropriate. I'm sorry.
It did. It felt very appropriate. And Briar is like only a little bit upset. Like, I know that obviously I could have done something, but at the same time too, I couldn't have done something. Because
Hey, at least you didn't bring her makeup when you walked in the door. Like, here, darling, it's been months. You could probably use this.
Them's fighting words.
Ty and Ryan just popping in here to pop off.
That's so funny.
Oh my word!
Though I gotta say, I don't know that Gamani would be offended if you brought her makeup. Provided that it was like good quality shit.
Yeah, like, oh, by the way, while you were gone, I got you like the newest trend.
I brought you these presents.
I
and
spent
then she's
$5
like,
grand at Sephora.
Yeah.
I got you 3 lipsticks.
Unfortunately, yeah, Briar is going to like discreetly prestidigitation Gamani so that the 4 months without a shower is not noticeable.
All right, I'm back.
Briar notably has no wealth. It's all Gamani because Briar's wealth is being currently occupied and seized by Boss Rye.
rude.
So,
All right, we
5,
are
4, 3, 2, 1. So, as Cardamom hits the bottom of the tower, you see she kind of drags her paw across the dirt, and you see a sort of flurry of black feathers that kind of spiral and create this circle in the dirt that she slips into. And the circle stays there.
can I make a check to see if I recognize iconography of black feathers?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make me you can either make me a nature check with advantage or a religion check.
A nature check with advantage or a religion check, just straight.
Mm-hmm.
They're all right. That's a natural 20 for a 24 on on nature.
You would know that the black feathers, specifically in the circle, are a sigil of the Matron of Ravens, the Queen of the Dark Court.
So Spokestar.
No, the Dark Court of the Fae.
Oh, darling.
Yes, dear.
You remember how I talk about home, and that I don't talk about home?
Yes.
I think this is our way out of Boss Rye. Just
A hole in the ground.
Just don't say exactly what you mean. Do not use metaphors or figurative language. Do not make any promises, favors, or agreements.
Including right now?
No, I mean when we go through the hole in the ground.
Oh, so we are going through the hole in the ground. Lovely.
It's either go through the hole in the ground or face the entirety of the army of the Bane.
Hole in the ground it is.
We could also swim the Cerulean Sea by hand, but there are no ships allowed through the blockades. So, hole in the ground.
Hole in the ground. Lovely.
All right, tally ho.
Yes, let's.
Briar will sort of walk through the portal. Yeah, we'll go through the circle.
Gamani's gonna stand at the edge of it for a second and look up at the tower, look back down at the hole. This is absolutely preposterous. I suppose I'm going to do it. And then I'm just gonna walk through the hole in the ground.
It was your cat.
So, as you slip through, I need both of you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yes, indeed.
Of course you do.
Welcome to Arcadia, darling.
I suck at wisdom.
13 for Briar.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I got a 3.
Alright. Okay. Sorry. So, as you both slip through, Briar, your head starts to spin, twirl, and you can see colors, like bright colors, but graying, like all the colors of the entirety of Vittore are becoming these shades of gray and charcoal and black. Like the life of the trees is becoming naught but shadow.
Is this consistent with the Dark Court?
It is. And it doesn't bring you any joy in even knowing that it is consistent. Gamani.
Yeah.
As the same thing is going on for you and you're experiencing the same kind of thing, you feel this upsetting tension inside your chest. And you feel like there are talons in your heart, kind of clenching it tightly, not letting it expand with every beat as it needs to. Just clenched tightly. Like your body's just squeezing too hard on all of your insides. As you both tumble to the ground in the middle of a dark forest with someone that looks both eerily familiar and completely just not at all completely like not at all someone that you know.
Cardamom, I presume?
Darling, Cardamom's a cat.
Sorry. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, that's me. It's kind of what you started calling me, Gamani. Woo. It's been a while. Thanks for hitting all those itches, though. You know, in that form, I really do get a lot of itches.
You were a cat.
As you see this girl standing before you, and she stands about 5'4". She's got the red, tawny hair and the pointed ears of a cat. You see that where the markings were on her face now set a pair of glasses, and the dress on her sides is polka dotted. Yeah, I was outside of Arcadia. That's me.
Why were you at the Blue Tower?
Research, trying to figure out stuff.
Private research, or are you willing to share?
Yeah, but maybe not here?
Not here, yes. Do you know the quickest way to the Autumn Court?
Well, I don't know why you'd want to go to the Autumn Court, but I can definitely get us there if you want. I was going to use this as a travel point in order to get Gamani back to, where did you say is Douglas, right, Gamani?
Douglas, yes, dear.
Oh, the Autumn Court is the only contact point with Douglas that I'm aware of. Do you know one here?
Yeah, we'll just, we'll have to talk to the matron and make sure we're allowed to use it, but, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I mean, unless you'd rather go to the Autumn Court, I mean, it's gonna take longer.
Oh, dear, well...
Briar, dear, I'd really love a shower sooner rather than later. Could we not just go with Cardamom?
We can go with Cardamom. I don't think the princess would want to see me. I'm sorry, what is your name?
Oh, my name is Felicitas.
Felicitas, delightful. Are you and the matron on friendly terms?
I'm one of her investigators. I usually go up and get research on things, and I also sometimes, if the matron has someone that she wants to serve her, sometimes I end up as a familiar like that.
You're a investigator, researcher.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like a journalist, I guess.
A reporter. Delightful. Briar Blackspark, Chief Research Librarian at the Library of Skyward, at your service.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yes.
Heard a lot about you. Apparently, we're supposed to be mad at you. Is that correct, Gamani? Are we still mad?
Well, and Gamani just kind of stares down at Briar for a moment. No, I suppose he's here now. There's no sense in continuing to be angry at him.
I mean, you did take several, 6 or 7 minute long sessions in between the yelling to gush about him, so, I understand a little bit.
And how could I not? Look at him!
Well, thank you, dear. I haven't met the matron myself, although I did leave Arcadia because I was quite inept at all the Fey court politics and decorum, as you, I'm sure, are very familiar with. So, if you wouldn't mind leading the way and the conversation.
Yeah, sure. Not a problem at all. You know the rules of the Dark Court? I know you probably know the rules of the Autumn Court, but
The Dark Court is like a twisted, extreme version of all the others, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Briar, darling, I had a thought.
Yes.
What if I were to merely stop talking? Just so that I don't get us into any trouble.
I think that, as much as I love the sound of your voice, dear Gamani, that would be very wise. I might also not speak for our time here unless spoken to. Also, do not eat anything, especially not before the queen eats, or the matron eats. Words are very literal here, and and don't accept any invitations to any parties.
Well, all right then.
But you also want to make sure you turn them down graciously.
Yes, but be polite and respectful about it. And no, absolutely under no circumstances to make any deals, agreements, or promise any favors. As I said, we'll just go with being not speaking unless spoken to.
I do believe I can manage that.
All right.
Gamani is going to just very quickly give Briar a very quick kiss and then say, "And thank you for calling me wise, darling. No one ever does."
I can't imagine why not. All right, Felicitas, thank you, and for watching after my dear Gamani for all those months I was waylaid, and thank you now for rescuing us together.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so just follow me this way.
We will follow.
So, as you all are walking through this dark forest, you can see all the trees around you kind of twisted and crooked. You can see that there's several folks who are just walking about. You do see a group of goblins that are sitting around a card table just playing a game of cards.
Are they Nilbogs?
One of them is.
Wait, dang it, I don't have the book yet. Never mind.
And you all just continue walking along. You can see that there is a very beautiful young woman to your right who long brown hair and this chestnut brown eyes. You can see that she's sitting at a fruit stall. She kind of looks over you and says, "Oh, you all look rather hungry. Are you all in the mood for some fruit?"
We will politely decline. Thank you for your offer.
It's a good try. We'll see you next time. She's gotten really good at that, you know?
Briar will just sort of... if you say so.
You know, it used to be she would walk around in like this raggedy cloak that she wore all the time, and she would do nothing for glamour and to hide, you know, all of the, witch marks. And, you know, just, and then just offer up random fruit to just anyone just walking along. Like, at least now there's just a stall, she's kind of glamored up a little bit. You know, let's go in places.
Yes, I suppose it is a improvement on that previous description.
I can't imagine anyone would have fallen for that.
You'd be surprised.
I've heard tell of one lovely lass who, I believe they were friends with the Briar family that is from Alteris.
Yeah. I don't know about any of that. So, is your first time in the Dark Court?
Yes.
Briar?
First time in the Dark Court. I can say it delivers on all the promises. The main one being dark, of course.
All right. Well, here we are. Okay, so she stops in her tracks, takes 3 steps to the right, takes 1 step backwards, shifts her whole body 90 degrees to the left, and sits down. You all probably would need to copy that exact same thing, and we'll have to wait for about 30 minutes.
I perform the exact same movements.
All right, it's going to be a performance check.
Okay, well, let me do a thing. As I can, believe, if I double check, nope, never mind. A performance check. Gods damn it. That's a natural 1 for 6.
Ouch.
I'm actually good at performance as a blade singer, but the dice are not.
I will say that Felicitas will give you advantage since she's right there.
Okay.
You know, you're not there. Move your foot back. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, no, right there.
Much better. That will be a 21.
As you sit down right next to Felicitas. Gamani, your turn.
Do I also have advantage?
I will walk her through it, yes.
They are thinking. Ayo, that is a dirty 20.
Alright, as you sit down right next to Briar. Alright.
I'll just sort of squeeze Gamani's hand rather nervously.
So, you see a herd of centaurs start trampling through. As you see Felicitas reach into her side pack and says, "Wow, the nice thing about shape changing is it keeps all this stuff safe." She kind of breaks apart a piece of bread. Here you guys go.
No thank you.
No, sure. Gamani?
Briar, really, we were cooped up for 4 months. You don't think that she would try to
Here,
trick me, would you?
How about this? She breaks it into 3. She picks up the middle one, and she starts eating it herself. There you go. I wouldn't poison myself now, would I?
It's not poison that I'm worried about.
I bought it in Douglas. Bakery up there.
Can I insight check that? Sorry, it's a fate.
Yeah, sure. Insight check.
14.
You feel like she's telling the truth.
May I ask what the name of the bakery was?
I don't remember, but there was this really, really young, cute boy, blonde, who was rambling on and on about their husbands.
The Horde.
Caspian and
The
Aiden.
Horde, yes. Familiar
Yes.
with it. I am not hungry, thank you. But Gamani, I guess if you would like something to eat.
I've scarcely eaten much in 4 months. Of course I want something to eat, Briar. Goodness me. And Gamani is going to take one of the other pieces and start munching on it.
All right. And as this very, very large herd of centaur trampling in front of you for the next 25 minutes, what are you guys doing?
Briar will sort of explain to Gamani how he spent the past 4 months. Literally all of it was non-stop searching for Gamani, so he began searching the entire city of Kezendur. He then went and traveled throughout the wastes, all the way to Fazurin, back up to Douglas. He was calling in every favor that he knew, connecting with every member of Andromeda or Novatori that he could get in contact with on the way, to no avail of anything, until he finally received her letter. He then snuck aboard a ship, sailed most of the way north, just south east or west, I suppose, of land of the Swamp of Eternal Night. Hitched a series of trading caravans into Boss Ride territory, hiding in the pockets of soldiers as he went with invisibility, and finally getting a buggy out by the Blue Tower to rescue her.
And Gamani is going to explain how she spent her last 4 months, namely sitting, and also pacing, and also sitting, and also pacing, and then there was some more sitting.
There was that time where you started picking up all of the candles and taking the candles off and throwing the candle holders at the walls like they were axes.
Yes, I did do that. I did need to keep up my throwing arm.
Now, this individual you said that you overheard talking about his father, he wore this helmet, right?
Yes, he did.
Nelson Kent, then.
I wouldn't hear.
Oh. Okay. Never mind, then.
Just trying to look out.
Thank you, dear Cardamom. Felicitas.
Oh, Cardamom's fine. It's a kind of a cute nickname. I like it.
All right. Well, I really do promise I will have a hot bath ready for you as soon as we get home.
Are you trying to insinuate something, Briar?
No, you must be...
Darling, I'm kidding. Of course I smell. It's been 4 months.
Oh, I just figured you'd want to relax your muscles after being on the stone floors for so long. And nothing like a relaxing bath.
Ooh, maybe.
Briar continues to, sleight of hand cast prestidigitation to, avoid the smell anyway.
You see, Cardamom keeps sliding her way in between you guys. Yeah, and then you could do some lavender and bubbles in there too.
Oh, that would be so lovely. That'd be very comfortable. And perhaps some rose petals?
Oh, very romantic. We'll have to stop by Boysenberry's. Maybe pick up the tea.
Oh, it's been so long since I've had tea.
Indeed. So very long.
Y'all like tea almost as much as we do down here.
Oh, big fans of tea, yes.
I'm supposed that as a journalist, you're a massive fan of spilling the tea.
Yeah, I do quite enjoy it. But this one's a much bigger scoop than I was planning for.
And by this one, I don't suppose you mean my dear Gamani. Do you? And I sort of narrow my eyes and get a little bit accusatory.
No. I mean, what both Gamani and I were there to hear.
Oh, so you mean to report to the matron the results of your investigation as well before you bring us home?
Yep. That's the plan. Matron's ears only.
Matron's ears only.
Yep. But shouldn't be too big of a deal. Oh, yeah. Herd's all clearing through. You guys ready to keep going?
I suppose so. Good
Oh,
morning.
yes, let's.
So now, basically, what you have to do is you have to repeat everything you just did backwards. Briar, you can go first.
Oh, yes. I will do everything that I just did backwards.
Yep.
Another performance check, I suppose?
Yes.
A dirty 20.
Gamani, as Briar's doing painfully well to try to recreate this, you see Cardamom kind of nudges you in the side, says, I got him with it the first time, and I can't believe I got it the second time, too. And she just cuts across the thing and walks in front of you.
Oh, that's actually really good. I think a world paranoia against someone.
Gamani's just gonna stand up, looking just a little bit confused, and stare between Briar and Felicitas, and kind of half-assed do everything that we did the first time, but
Thank you for helping me save face, darling.
not really doing it, but also kind of doing it.
Oh dear, this is why I don't go back to Arcadia very much. What's so funny?
Oh, come on, that's kind of funny. You know, you gotta live a little, gotta laugh a little.
So, Cardamom, dear,
Are you telling me that
have to
all
do
of
the
that was
first
just an
time.
elaborate joke?
I mean, the herd was coming. We did have to clear out, but the whole how we wanted to go about, clearing up and everything like that. Yeah, no, that was me messing with you.
The little square dance was entirely extraneous and unnecessary.
Absolutely.
For the love of the doll. Gamani, I can't tell whether I find your new friend to be the most delightful being I have met since you, or the least delightful.
Oh, I take that as a compliment.
I think she's lovely.
I will say a researcher is a kindred spirit, even if they are a journalist, and not putting their wit to academic affairs, so to speak.
Well, I'll make sure to consult you when I need to cite my resources, huh?
Yes, I have done many a time doing a training session on proper citation in a Vondran format.
I think I
Oh, not this
honestly,
again.
like lost all of my enthusiasm from my earlier prank. Just it's gone now.
It is most important that you distinguish new Avondran citation format from Vayeth University
Oh,
citation format.
goodness.
'Cause Vayeth-
Briar.
Oh, I've done it again, haven't I, darling?
I'm not convinced anybody in the near vicinity cares.
I suppose probably not.
You
Oh,
hear
well.
I love you, darling.
You hear from behind a tree. I care.
I suppose we should not keep the matron waiting, though.
Yeah, no, probably not. Come on, let's keep going. As you guys reach, a very dark, almost glass castle. You can see the spires kind of twirl up, bulbous-like, coming to pointed tips at the top, like spikes. And then on the base of it, you can see this, what looks to be a large portcullis, except for the fact that what would be the iron bars, the iron gate that would be lifted up and lowered down, is instead this black, smoky, wispy vapor. And then a set of black glass cobblestone-like texture pathway that leads you across the dam around the island that the castle was built on, and you can see down below on either side the river that runs black on left and right of this large castle-like structure. And as you approach towards it, Miss Cardamom looks at you and says, "Alright, I know I was messing with you earlier, but this one's a serious one, okay? No ill intent can walk through this door, okay?"
No ill intent. Alright. I don't ill intent towards the matron or ill intent towards anything.
It's as much of a information I was given on this door was that no ill intent can walk through this door.
Briar sort of looks at Gamani.
As she
I
slips
I
through
don't
the black-
feel sick, do you?
Ill intent towards a person, entity, or being, my darling.
Oh.
You don't harbor any grudges or carry any desire for revenge or deep hatred for a certain person or group of people or representation of an ideal, or do you?
Goodness. I should hope not.
Briar will sort of once again place his hand on the pommel of Crestfall and sort of breathe deeply and think back to the moment of his confession and just sort of let all of his hatred and malice for Boss Rai and Marcus Demon for taking his home melt away for the moment and sort of return to that lightness of heart that he felt in that moment when he first met the Quiet. And then we'll enter in.
Alright. As you slip through the black, wispy vapor. Gamani, you're next.
Sorry, I just lost a lung real quick there. Gamani's just gonna kind of look around and kind of marvel at where she is. This is unique and different. And one of the most beautiful places she's ever been, and quite frankly, she'd like to live in this castle. And then she'll just kind of take a deep breath and let go of her grudge that she's been harboring for the last 4 months for the creature that attacked her back in Kezendor. And she'll let go of that and just kind of mutter to herself, it's all in the past now. What's done is done. And then she's gonna walk through the door.
And as you both do, you enter into the courtroom. Huge open area, black glass everywhere you can see, except for the back glass. Farthest away from you, you can see that this dominates your view right now, is this giant stained glass with individual feathers of a giant raven, all different shades of black, all lining up to make this beautiful raven laid out for your entirety to see. And then a singular nonchalant throne with a very, very imposing figure sitting at it. And Cardamom standing in front of there, kind of looking over her shoulder at you. Now this daunting figure is she stands probably about 6'3". She has alabaster skin, almost like porcelain, painted on eyes that look to be like maybe they were hollow or maybe they're just black and glassy, you can't tell. Fingers long like talons. Dressed in all black dress. And some parts look to be vapor, other parts look to be raven or feathered. You can't exactly tell. As you all start making your way towards what you do.
Briar will dip in his sort of low bow. My lady, the matron of ravens, Briar Blackspark of the Autumn Court, research librarian of Skyward and representative of my lord the librarian, at your service.
Excuse me. Gamani is going to dip into a curtsy and kind of smooth her hair and mutter under her breath that she wishes she could have found a shower before now. Gamani Sanpair, my lady, at your service.
Welcome, all. Thank you for coming. How can I be of assistance?
We were hoping to find a way home.
A way home. A direction? A mode of transportation.
An anchor circle, connecting to Douglas and Avandra.
Or perhaps the weight of your household. You'll have to humor me. I find our ways entertaining. Tell me, everyone, Why in such a hurry? The Torre is on flames. Fire everywhere. Ashes and cinder, nothing but carcasses. What is there to get back to that's so exciting?
Respectfully, people, my lady. There are people over there that we care about, and people that care about us. Briar will sort of reach out and grab Gamani's hand. And for better or for worse, on fire or in flames, it is home, and it means a great deal to those who call it such. And for my dear Gamani here, it's been much. It's not quite so soon for her as she's been trapped against her will with your associate here for some time.
Tell you what. I will send you to any location that you choose, all of you, together. Provided that Gamani and I get to have a small 10-minute long conversation in private first.
Gamani's going to just stare wide-eyed at Briar.
Briar's gonna return a very wide-eyed look.
If that's acceptable for you, Gamani.
Are there no other options, my lady?
You have free reign to stroll about and find your own way through one of the crossings. But you understand how fickle those can be.
I would know of a fixed crossing in the Autumn Court, would I not?
Yeah, yes, you would.
You
also know that it would take probably about 3 months to cross all the way to the Autumn Court from where you are.
Yeah.
Briar, dear. And Gamani is gonna just kind of say this in hushed tones, so only Briar can hear her. I don't see what harm a single conversation could do.
That's what I told the librarian.
Excellent point. However,
I do know a safe way. It will take us some time, but it could be time in exchange for our freedom.
you've explained the rules to me, haven't you? You've given me all I need to know?
You know the rules, yes, but
Perhaps we take the chance.
regardless of what comes of the conversation, you'll send us to wherever we ask.
Absolutely.
Do you trust me, Briar dear?
Briar will sort of swallow hard. And then just back off a little bit. I trust you.
So,
And Gamani's gonna look up. And we will have our talk, as you say.
all right. Sounds good. And for the meantime, you see her snap her fingers. When she does, all the blacks and grays in the room shift. Like an inverse in the depths of color, and the dark versus light shifts as you're now looking at Briar and Cardamom, but like a mirrored version of them that are both kind of looking around for you. Let's have our conversation in here, shall we?
Yes. Let's.
I don't ask for too much, but some of us, myself, the advisor, even the stuffy Winter Queen, have seen a change coming soon to all of Vittore, which includes Arcadia. And as such, I need to be ready for that change. So, I am going to offer you something. No fey strings attached. No whimsical deals. No anything like that. A very plain and simple thing. I would like to adopt you.
I'm sorry, what?
I would like to adopt you as my daughter.
Gamani is just going to stare at the Matron of Ravens, just kind of wide-eyed, and her jaw is just going to slowly drop open. I do believe I just hallucinated. Did you just say you'd like to adopt me as your daughter?
Absolutely. It would make you princess of the Dark Court and the inheritor for when I die.
Does this... I have parents.
That's all well and good. You can have more than one set of parents.
Right. With all due respect, might I ask why me?
Things are changing in Vittore, as I said. A sense like that which you know when an apple is rotten to its core, even if it's bright and red at the surface. A sense that you know when someone is young and innocent at the top. Deep down they have a huge and impending destiny within themselves. I wish to help you along that way. And I wish for you to see me not as some warlock patron or some overarching evil figure, but as someone you can communicate with truly, understandably. I can give you powers, but I do not just give them without your consent. And I do not give them with these strings attached.
And should I do this? I'm sorry. This is a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I understand. Take your time. After all, only 30 seconds has passed on the outside.
Imagine Briar's face. You ask for 10 minutes, we come back after 12 seconds. Goodness, to be able to use magic, though. You know, Briar can cast spells, and I've always longed to do the same.
You know, I can make it to where you can fly. And I mean actually fly, not flutter across the ground as the fairies do.
Oh, I would love to fly.
How about this? You see her pull a raven skull ring from her finger and place it into your hand. If you ever wish to accept that which I have given or am offering, place this on your finger. You can take all the time you need.
May I speak with Briar about this?
Absolutely. I'll have you know that Briar will not believe in my kindness, as Fae do have a reputation. After
Yes, so I've been told. We met a fruit merchant on the way in fact.
all. Yes, Agnes is doing wonderfully now.
She does have quite beautiful hair.
She does, yes. Great glamour work. Alright. Oh, and Cardamom can come along with you as well if you'd like.
Oh, I would love that. Cardamom was ever such a gift up in the tower.
A gift. Alright then. She snaps her fingers. And as she does, Briar, you turn back around and Gamani's there. It's been about 33 seconds.
I trust you completely. Well, go ahead.
Oh, we're done. We've had our talk.
I thought you were
Oh.
the intelligent one, Briar.
It took me a minute to figure out what it'd like to be. Intelligent,
Oh.
yes. Aware, not so much.
Oh, and Briar, one of my ravens picked this up off of a corpse. I figured you might want it. You see her shake a book free of blood, and you see it's got the stamp on the back for the Cabrium Athenium on it. There you go.
Where? What corpse? What book? What book? What book is it?
You see that this particular book is, it's a set of instructions on metallurgy and how to mix materials of different altogether types and genomes and such.
I think a friend might be interested in this.
Oh, good. I will say that there was quite a bloody battle over that book.
Briar's going to think back to his time in Tartarus and the 3 chains, and I think there was a bloody battle over something much more wrathful than this book.
Oh, care to share?
I've already shared you my most loved thing. I don't think I'm ready to share more just yet.
Oh. All right, then. Well, could you spare a few more moments of your time?
What?
Well, maybe a cup of tea before I send you on your way. Unless you
It's up to Gamani, though I believe we have some tea waiting for us back at Boysenberry's.
With all due respect, my lady, I would dearly love to be home now.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Is that where I'll be sending you all?
Gamani, would you mind... Oh, never mind. That place is probably beyond even your reach.
You wound me.
I mean, no offense. Just certain people's domains and all that.
I am the Maiden of Ravens. You'll find that there are very few places I cannot reach. So, where is it you want to go?
You wanted to see the library, Gamani?
The moon?
To the moon. I can get us back from there.
Oh, yes, please. And Gamani is just going to stare at the matron, looking giddy, like a kid in a candy shop.
So, you'd like to go to a moon, then?
Specifically to Skyward.
I'm glad we're practicing our etiquette. Very good. Well, we'll see the 3 of you soon. As she snaps. And that's where we'll end it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.